You're listening to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast with your hosts, Chad and Dale. Welcome to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
And we are coming to you tonight after Game 6 of the second round where the Leafs beat the Panthers. And Dale, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Game 7, baby. That's who's there.
Easter or no? Fuck! I can't believe it. I can't believe I said Easter. May 2-4. We haven't played this deep. Sorry. I'm used to getting beat Easter weekend. It fucking said and done. We're playing on May 2-4 weekend until the end of it. So a long way to go here, Chad. A long way to go. But what an incredible Friday night this was, or what?
Unbelievable.
Oh, dude.
Like, for me to say that I thought they would win this game is a stretch.
Oh, far a stretch.
I had hope that they'd come out and play the way they did and win the game, but man, like I was just expecting a loss tonight. Were you not?
100%. And look, I'm going to be honest with you. Like the way they were looking, and like it didn't look pretty. I'm not sure if I sent you a text or not, but like I did not love their game early. I'm like, oh god, couple early penalties against,
Yep.
and I'm just like, oh, okay, fuck, here we go. Like it's going to be a rout. Like
we're so scarred.
Well,
we're so scarred that a couple penalties and you're like, it's over.
Well, it's true though, right?
Yeah. No, I had people texting me like throughout the game, and that was a lot of the tone. Was Panthers are going to win this. It's over. Can't stay out of the box. But what a gutsy way to dig down and win this one.
Here's what I love about this, Chad. We'll get into a ton of things here, but here's what I love about this is that I don't think the Leafs played their best game. Not even close. Not even fucking close. But they found a way. 2-0 series, or sorry, 2-0 win over the Panthers in fucking Sunrise. Woll gets a shutout. We'll get more into maybe we'll get into Woll right off the top. But like, dude, dead in the water after Wednesday night. Dead in the fucking water. They come back. They go to Florida. They drag the Panthers back to fucking Toronto for a Game 7 on May 2-4 holiday weekend, Sunday night, Game 7. It's going to be incredible. Who knows what's going to happen there? I will say this. Are they not due? Like, they're just so due.
For a Game 7 win?
Oh, fuck, dude. They're so due to, like, win a big one. And tonight was a great stepping stone. Great. So now the confidence is, like, it's there. It's there. Yeah. Like, now for sure they're thinking, like, okay, we can hang with these dudes. Like, we can beat these guys.
Yep.
I know it's still Florida. I get it. But going into, I'm not saying they're going to win on Sunday. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. But my God, tonight was a gigantic step into like, well, you know what? Like one winner takes all, one game. That's it against the defending Stanley Cup champions. We put them right, like Edmonton, same thing last year in the Cup final. Like down and out, clawed their way back, ultimately lost. But maybe that's not what happens here. And
they were down 3-0.
Yes. And Edmonton, like, I don't even want to get into Edmonton here because, like, they are killers. They look like killers right now. So we'll look at that down the road.
I will give a shout out to an Oilers fan, a friend of mine who texted me tonight, little Dustin. We used to play in a band together. He texted me. And he's like, I'm watching your Leafs. I'm cheering for them because I want to see an Oilers Leafs final.
Well, you don't want to say I know exactly who you're talking about. You don't want to say the last name.
Oh, Dustin Wellman. That's sorry. I just thought it doesn't really matter. But yeah.
No, it doesn't. No one knows him, I don't think, but us anyway. But like,
but anyway, shout out to Dustin. He was texting, he was watching on his patio. He was like, I'm cheering for the Leafs. I said, thank you, brother. We need it.
Okay.
Yeah, he wants to see a Leafs Oilers final.
Well,
don't get ahead of yourself. The Oilers haven't won the first round yet.
Like, he might not be cheering for the Leafs 2 weeks from now, so we'll see what fucking happens. But
we got one more game, baby.
Like, they drag us back in, right? Like, they just drag us back in. Like,
I said this last podcast. I'm like, the leafiest thing that they'll do is they will win on Friday and drag us all back in. Because now we're all thinking they can beat the Florida Panthers. They win on Sunday, they move on. And my
Dude,
heart is telling me they're gonna lose.
I'm not so sure of that. Like
After last podcast, you were pretty sure that they would never win another hockey game ever.
well, after how game 5 played out, Chad, I was just so let down by the performance of everybody. I'm just like, what are these guys doing?
Everybody
Like,
was. Everybody was.
hard to be optimistic about that, hard to believe in the group and whatever. And even tonight, I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't love their game, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I fucking loved it or didn't love it. Timely goals, and here you go. A timely goal by 34, we'll get to that. And then 67, we're going to really get to that. And we're going to really get to that. This fucking guy, absolute beast. But like timely goals. And
but it's kind of how they've played all year. They've been outshot a lot, kind of outplayed, not outplayed, but outshot.
Hang around,
and then get timely goals. And you know what's funny is that's kind of how they won the Ottawa series. It's basically how they won the Ottawa series. Like Ottawa outshot them a lot. Timely goals, win the games, big overtime goals. That's how they started this series.
Yep.
Like timely goals in the first periods to get big leads. And then they just kind of fell apart and they drifted back to playing like the old Toronto Maple Leafs. And it's like Berube went in there, you know, he just fucking swung his cock around the room and said, everybody listen up. And they came back out and played another game like that.
100% correct, man. Look, so game 6, the Leafs win 2-0. Joseph Woll, I think we need to start here.
Yeah.
Shutout. First career playoff shutout, I believe. Without Joseph Woll in this game, are they toast? Like, is that how big he was in this game? Or like not as no spectacular saves, okay?
Yeah,
but
I think if Stolarz was in net, he could have made those saves too.
Of course. But Joseph Woll coming off of what was not pretty in game 5 to go down to Sunrise, Florida, and have the night that he had tonight. Did Florida have their best game? Absolutely not, in my opinion. But did Joseph Woll just be like, was he ready for it? And like, he didn't let a fucking
I didn't want
a puck didn't go past him, not one.
I didn't want to say it before the game started because I didn't want to jinx anything. But I was thinking in my head, I'm like, fuck, how nice would it be if after you got pumped and your fans had to walk out of the building after the second period and leave, you could go into Florida and shut them out. Their fans don't even see a fucking goal tonight.
No.
It's a little bit of sweet revenge. Joseph Woll was great tonight. Shut the door. He got a shutout. He's awesome. Did you see the stats they showed in his like late round games?
Very, very great stats.
Yeah.
Incredible stats. I don't know. I don't have them in front of me, but I did see the stats, and he
was like 950 and above in save percentage.
The later the series goes.
Yeah.
Incredible. And I'm so
like last year they pushed Boston to the game 7, and who couldn't play? Woll. And how did they lose that game? Soft goal. He's going to play Sunday night.
Oh yeah. You better knock on wood there, brother. You better knock on fucking wood there.
All right, knock on wood.
Hopefully we don't see I'm not even going to say the other dude's name. Not even going to say it right now.
But he came in last year in that Boston series and dragged them back to like tied 3-3 and then couldn't go in game 7. But we're going to have Joseph Woll in net for game 7 Sunday night.
Dude, like, look, I think he was incredible. Like, he was, I think, one of the main reasons they won this game. I did not. Do you want to go a little further on Woll? Like, I think, like, I just think after the performance on Wednesday, where the team was shit, the team was fucking garbage, obviously, including everybody to a man, brutal, including the goaltender. Like, some goals that just you can't let in, but like, whatever. He didn't get any.
But in Woll's defense, in Woll's defense, he played good in the first period. But you're a goalie. Let's say you're in the net and you see that performance is going on in front of you from your team.
Not the best.
Not the best.
No, not.
You're probably at some point going to be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Oh, of course, of course. So I don't know, man. Like I'm not sure what you were expecting out of tonight. I don't even know what I was expecting out of tonight, to be honest. I was just hoping that they would like make a fucking like don't just lie down and die. Like show some fight. Show something that like we haven't seen before in an elimination game where they usually never fucking really pull it off. And
Well, they pull off these elimination games when they're on the ropes. They just don't pull off the elimination games when they have the other team on the ropes.
okay. Well, here we are. Defending Stanley Cup champions. It's tied at 3. We'll see what ends up cooking on Sunday night, but we've put ourselves in a chance in a position now where we are 1 win away from playing the Carolina Hurricanes in the conference final. I'm not going to jump the gun, but I am going to say this.
Deja vu?
I love Rob the Bod. I love Rob the Bod. You know how much I love
Rod Brindamore for people that don't know.
Under Brindamore coaching the Hurricanes, they've never won a game in the conference final. Never won it. They get there like it seems like all the
I'll
time.
tell you this.
They've never won a game in the conference final.
If Toronto gets to the conference final, if they somehow manage to pull off a Game 7 win, that stat will change.
I'm not sure of that, dude, to be honest with you. Like I think Carolina's ripe for the picking, and I think the Leafs will be feeling so maybe overconfident. If they beat the Panthers out on Sunday night, the Leafs, how could you not be feeling like we just beat the defending Stanley Cup champion?
I wouldn't think of it. Like if I'm Berube, I'm like the job's not done.
No,
that was the difference between tonight and Game 5 is that they played tonight calm. Like it was nothing for 2.5 periods. They didn't shit the bed. They didn't try to cheat. They just played calm. That's how they were playing before. And they ended up pulling out the win. So if they go into the conference final, Berube's got to have them playing like that. Because if they try to play all free, Carolina will take it to them. But I'm not getting ahead of myself. Sunday night, they could lose to Florida.
Oh, of course.
And I would not be surprised.
But I am going to backtrack a little bit just of what could have been tonight. Like the Game 3 in this series where the Leafs they looked the best that they've looked, I think, in the playoffs. And
for a period and a half.
And then they let it slip and they lose in overtime and whatever. And then they lose Game 4, they lose Game 5, whatever. But like, you don't let that Game 3 slip. This series is fucking over right now. Tonight, it's fucking over. So, like, I don't, it's not. I get it.
Yeah, you can't think like that. You have to think like we have a chance. We push it to Game 7. Like the fact that they were able to wash away that Game 5 and come out and play the way they did in Game 6. Because I'll be honest with you, even leading up to game time, and probably a lot of listeners right now are thinking the same thing. A part of me didn't even want to watch because I felt like the season was over already.
Yeah.
And the fact that
that's how it felt 100%.
Yeah. But the fact that these guys were able, like, that was a dirty, ugly loss.
My goodness.
Sometimes when you just have a dirty, ugly night, it is hard to forget about it.
Yes,
it's hard to let that wash away.
Yeah, I've had many, and it is very hard to watch.
But they were able to do it, and they were able to look ahead and play the game they did tonight. So I got to give them props because the entire fan base was like,
We are not in downtown TO right now as we're recording this, but if we were in our younger years, we would be going bananas right now, right? Wow. Like we would just be Zanzibar.
I was just going to say there's a 100% chance we'd be rolling into Zanzibar to drop $20 on a bottle of Bolsa Canadian and $40 on some lap dances.
100% man. In our earlier years,
my old trick at the Zanzibar is you go to the girl you want and you say, listen, I want to have a lap dance. Okay. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, but just give me a sec. And then you go to the DJ and you say, can you play I would do anything for love, but I won't do that
Oh,
because it's
wait,
9.5 minutes
the
long.
longest
Long
song
version. You
possible.
play the long version, man.
Of course.
And then as soon as you hear
That's a great
as
play.
soon as
That's
you
a
hear that
great play.
piano intro, boom, you're hitting the back room.
That is a great play.
That's how you make your $20 stretch.
I've never had the opportunity to be like, or I never thought of like going to the DJ playing like, oh, can you play this like 10-minute song when
Can
I'm
you play
paying for
Stairway to Heaven, please? Me and Portia are going to the back.
Yes. Oh, I remember that. But anyway, some
we got off
wild
track
nights.
there.
Yeah, wild nights. Anyway, look, okay, so here we go. Joseph Woll, anything more on him? He incredible. We're gonna need him again in game 7 to be just as fucking good.
That's
because he looked sharp as a fucking tack tonight. And Joseph Woll, like,
yeah, the team did great again. They were back to like standing in front of the net, blocking shots, blocking out like the seam passes, taking the defense shots away. Like the Leafs did a really good job tonight. I know they got hemmed in the second period, but they did a really good job. Joseph Woll, he's coming in game 7.
I fucking hope so. I hope so. Okay, so I want to talk about Nyes. I want to talk about Matthews. I want to talk about Pacioretty. And I got a surprise dude that I want to talk about that you're never going to see coming. But anyway, Berube keeping Mitch and Austin together going into this game. What were your thoughts on that? I didn't love it.
No, I didn't love it.
But like, would you say it paid off? Or like, I know Austin got, I guess we can go here right now. Like,
I don't think Mitch had an incredible game.
No,
but everybody was better than they were in game 5. But Austin had a game tonight.
Didn't take much to be better from Wednesday.
No.
But I don't think Mitch was like cooking by no means. And let's be clear here. That Austin Matthews goal, huge. Like huge.
That was vintage goal. Matthews.
Okay, but let's be clear here. Like that went straight 5-hole on fucking Big Bob. Like that is a goal that he like probably shouldn't let in.
But that's what Matthews does. Matthews, like his release is so hard for goalies to predict where it's going to go. And that's how he scores. He'll beat you down along the ice. He'll beat you up at the top, but he's just not hitting the fucking net this year in the playoffs.
Yep.
That was vintage. I thought Matthews had a game because I'll tell you this, man. I thought Willie and JT, who have been carrying this team, especially Willie throughout the playoffs, I don't think they had a good game.
I thought they had moments.
Well, Willie in particular was kind of invisible tonight.
Yeah, not the best.
But the captain with his new black eye took the team.
Like, what does it take? A non-call high stick to get this guy fucking cooking, or what? Like
sometimes you got to look the part to feel the part. And
like he left the ice at Barkov off the faceoff, high stick, blatant call. And Austin goes to the dressing room, like, whatever. I'm thinking, oh my God, here we go. I'll get into Nyes in a second here too. And I'm thinking, okay, we're down Nyes. We're down our captain. Like, no chance. Like, we're fucking toast here. We're absolutely toast. He comes back and then he ends up getting a high sticking call against him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just the way things, the ebbs and flows are nuts, man. They really are. But look, he finally fucking buried one. Does that get the monkey off the back going into Sunday night, Chad, where like he's going to be feeling a little looser, you think, or no?
I thought look at him after he scored that goal. Like he was a big impact after that. Like he looked
no huge golden game, barely any selly on it. No selling at all.
It's still business. You're up 1-0 against the defending Stanley Cup champs. Would you have been surprised if they had scored on the next shift? No. So, I mean, it's not a time to celebrate. When Pacioretty scored, that was the time to celebrate a little bit. But I think we might see the greatest Game 7 from Austin Matthews that we've ever seen.
Like, look,
we might not.
No, we might not.
I just pulled a Darren Drager.
Yep. No, it's okay. I love that. Drager wasn't even on the panel tonight. I hope he stays off for the long weekend. Let's go back with Corrado, and they had Marty Baron on the TS.
Oh,
no,
nice.
I'm not even talking about Sportsnet here. But look, like It's right there for you, boys. It's right there. It's like right there for you. You go out on Sunday night, you play your best hockey game of the series, you find a fucking way, and you're in the conference final against Freddie Anderson. Okay? Like, I'm sorry. Freddie Anderson's not he's played great. He has played great, but it's not like he's not Bobrovsky. Like,
No.
he's not even fucking Allmark. It's Freddie Anderson. Like, let's get serious here. Like, a very winnable, like, dude. Game 5 on Wednesday was huge. Game 6 on Friday, huge. Game 7 on Sunday, huge. You've got an
great analysis.
I know the worst.
Game 5, huge. Game 6, huge. Game 7, huge.
You've got an Eastern Conference final sitting.
Stop looking ahead. Stop looking ahead.
Sitting right in front of you is what I was.
Stop looking ahead.
Okay.
You have to beat the Florida Panthers on Sunday night.
Not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy.
Not going to be
when
easy.
That's over, we can talk about Freddie Anderson. We can talk about the Carolina Hurricanes. But right now, the series isn't over. Just like after Game 5, when you were ready to drop the atomic bomb on this team.
Yes.
And I told you, it's not over yet. There's still hockey to play.
100%.
I'm not going to let you go about talking about Carolina because there's still a game to play on Sunday. And 100%. History tells me this Leafs team will lose because they don't do pretty good. Oh. They don't do good in Game 7.
Okay, but like I said off the top, overdue to like forget that shit. It's this
is Berube's first Game 7 as a coach.
It's hard to forget it, Chad. I understand the past, like we all get it, but look, like they are in a position here where like we haven't been in this position before with this group.
We have.
Not with this group. One win away from the conference final. We've
been in Game 7s with this core many times.
Not in this one, though.
Okay, not in this one.
One win away from the conference final. We have not been there.
I don't even think you should look at it like that.
Well,
I think everything that's happened in this series. No, but I think their mentality should be everything that's happened in this series. Your 2 wins over Florida. Florida will say they didn't play their best game. Game 5, when you shit the bed, Toronto will say we weren't there. Erase it all. It's all erased. All right. One game. The Florida Panthers on home ice.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Both teams are going to bring. I'm guarantee you, both teams will bring their A game on Sunday, and it's going to come down probably to like a lucky bounce or something. And I just hope to God, for once, the hockey gods look down on Toronto and say, "We're going to give you that bounce."
I know, right?
Instead of like, Marchand gets a blooper over the shoulder of the goalie in overtime. Like, I don't want to see something like that.
No, neither do I. Okay, couple things before we get out of here. Matthew Knies, go ahead. What do you think? What did you see? What do you think?
Well, he took the reverse hit, which I don't know. A lot of people complain about the reverse hit, that it should be a penalty or whatever. I don't see it that way.
No.
I don't know. It looked like he went hip on hip or rib on hip.
Yep.
But either way, he wasn't the same. It was pretty obvious. He was taking short shifts. He was barely hitting, could barely move out on the ice.
Yeah, Berube took him off the power play.
I texted you and I was like, I love the heart and I love that he's out there playing. But
stay in the game, incredible.
But I was just worried that he was going to cost you a goal by not being able to pick up his man or something like that. Hopefully, I mean, he was able to finish the game. Hopefully, with the day's rest and whatever, he'll be able to go on Sunday because we need Matthew Knies.
I personally I think there's something wrong there for sure, whether it's a broken rib or whatever the case may be. Like, there's something wrong there for sure. He was laboring very hard. I think the guy's got heart of a lion. I would expect he's going to play on Sunday night.
Yeah, I would too.
I think he's just going to play. They're one win away from the conference final. I think Matthew Knies plays. Not to hurt them. He's just like, there's no scenario where he hurts them. He's such a hard, on it player. Like, he might not be right.
But I thought tonight, like the way he looked out on the ice, that there could have been a scenario where Like if he took a hard hit and then
Yep.
just couldn't move,
Yep.
and all of a sudden it's a 2-on-1 or something the other way. That's what I was worried about. But I love the heart. I love it.
Is it not a scenario now, Chad, where it's like whatever it is, freeze it up and let's fucking go? Like
Yeah.
you're
Send
like
him
they're
down, give him $20, send him down to Zanzibar, put on meatloaf. He'll be good to go.
like they're
That always froze me up.
like yeah, well, like they're right there, right? There's no way he's not playing. There's just no way.
No.
There's no
If you
fucking
couldn't
way.
get him off the bench in this game, there's no
Yeah.
way you're gonna get him out of the lineup for game 7.
No chance.
He's
So
not
anyway,
he's not that we have had a lot of players in this organization that
oh,
would take game 7 off. Matthew Nyes is not one of them.
no, he's not. Love the way that guy plays, and even played like he didn't have his best game tonight. I think anybody watching or listening to this knows why. He got banged up early in this game,
Yeah.
and we don't know what it is, but whatever. I hope Nyes is okay, and whatever. We'll see what goes there. A couple guys I want to get to quickly. Pacioretty. Tree living, like, let's be honest here. He brought this guy in on a fucking whim, just like, okay, let's take a chance on Pacioretty and see like how it goes. He struggled through the regular season with staying in the lineup, but
with injury.
with injuries, which we all knew was
He
going
was
to
really
be
good at the start of the season with Nylander and Tavares.
we all knew injury prone, whatever. Like I was like, what are you bringing in Pacioretty for? Blah blah blah. Like I was,
Yeah, you shit on him.
oh my
And
god!
I defended him because I was like, you know, you could pay the money that he's making. You could go out and get another Steven Lorentz or something like that. But Pacioretty has been there. He's scored goals in this league. He's done things.
Chad, I have nothing against Steven Lorentz, but like
no, but I mean, Pacioretty's making like the same amount of money almost.
No, like two Steven Lorentz and throw someone else in there doesn't equal one Pacioretty. What he has brought to this club.
That's what I was trying to tell you in the offseason.
During this playoff run, how fucking huge has 67 been? Like it, and here we go back to the 67 thing, but like it's like how good has he been really? Like I know like he gets the insurance goal tonight, but it's just like this fucking guy. He's got game. He's got game left, dude.
Yep.
He has got game left in him.
They haven't got much depth scoring.
The fight in that guy, the fight, I've been so impressed with Max Pacioretty. I can't say enough about the guy. Go ahead, Chad.
Were you impressed with him after game 5?
I wasn't impressed with anybody after game 5.
I'm just kidding. And yeah, I said it in the offseason. Like the way I looked at Pacioretty was exactly for moments like this. I'm like, you're gonna get into the playoffs and you're gonna need someone to get a goal in a big time. And like you can't rely on guys like Scott Lawton to get those goals. But with Pacioretty, you kind of get the same type of player. Like his speed is declined, but he's probably just as good as any other third, fourth liner. But he has that clutch. You said it last podcast. You were talking about the clutch gene. He's got that clutch gene.
Oh, fuck. Huge. Huge.
Yeah, that's why I think taking a chance on star players at their end of their career, not to be like your star player, but just to play on your third and fourth line is big. Oh. Like, look at even Marchand. Like, Marchand's kind of at the end of his career.
Oh, he's still clutch, though.
But he's still a menace in the playoffs, and he's still he's absolutely one of the best players on the Florida Panthers.
Absolutely. Like, can you, like, I don't want to say what I was about to say, but Marchand and Jones, right? Like, that's who Florida added at the deadline. We added Carlo and Lawton. Like, I mean, there's a significant difference there, right? Like, significant difference. But
yeah,
anyway, let's not go there. But
we got game 7. We'll see.
We got a game to play on Sunday night, May 2-4 weekend. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but first time these words are coming out of my mouth. I want your opinion on this. Holmberg, 29. For the first time, maybe ever, I thought this dude had a fucking night. I thought he was very noticeable. No mistakes. Hard on the forecheck. I'm not getting a semi here for Pontus Holmberg, but Were you seeing the same things I was seeing here with Pontus Holmberg? Like, he looked pretty fucking sharp. I'm just gonna say that he looked pretty fucking sharp.
I actually said that watching the game. I said that watching the game. I was like, where has this Holmberg been? Like, if he had played like this, I wouldn't have mind if he was up on the second line. He was all over it tonight. Maybe he needed to get scratched. You think? I don't know.
I don't know, but like the Robertson camp thing obviously was a goddamn fucking disaster. But I thought Yarncroc was decent tonight, but Holmberg was very noticeable, and like he didn't look out of place on like wherever he played. He was hard on the puck. He didn't make any mistakes in his own. For the first time, I'm going to give credit to 29. I thought Holmberg was good, really good, actually.
Yeah, was
really good. So I don't know. Like, I don't know if you saw the same thing or not, but like I thought Holmberg was like,
that was Holmberg's best game in the playoffs.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. He actually looked like tonight was the first night where I was like, okay, I kind of see what the coach maybe sees in this dude, you know? If that makes any sense. Anyway. Well, no. Do you know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah, no. Yeah, like, no, I get it.
He's consistently in there because the coach, Berube likes him for a reason, right?
Yes.
So I guess I'm coming around on 29. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyway.
Well, it looked better than whatever the hell was on the ice in game 5.
Well, how could it not? So we live to fight another day. Last words to you, Chad. Take us out. Whatever you want to say, brother.
Well, I thought I would take us out by reading some Zanzibar reviews off Google Reviews.
Not sure if that's the way to go, but if you want to,
I think that's what we should do. Okay. Because that's where me and Dale would be if we were in downtown.
Oh, 100%.
I'll see if Dale agrees with these reviews.
We would be on our way there right now.
Dale, tell me if I'll read the review. Tell me if you are okay. Like you would go to the Zanzibar with this guy, or you'd be like, just fuck off.
Okay.
This is from Leon. He says, worst place I've ever been in my life. I'd rather mop ocean than rather go back downstairs. Worst place ever. Got charged $1,000 for 15 minutes. Worst place in Toronto. Worst place in the world.
That's a tough charge. I'd have to know what he was charged for. But going off of what he just said, I would say, no, I'm not going with this guy. No.
All right. Well,
what did he get charged? 15
I don't
minutes,
know. He can barely spell in his review. Okay, I got another one for you. This is from Jeff. He says, well, some of the girls were absolutely awesome. The 2 girls I ended up with, 2, Jeff, were super friendly and outgoing.
It's already a yes.
Private dances were a bit confusing. I think you pay the dancer per song. Yes, Jeff. That's why you got to go up to the DJ and get a little meatloaf.
That's how it works, Jeff.
And you have to tip the club bouncer to enter the room. Oh, I've never done that. And then he says, this big, bald, dark-skinned man came in with the dancer while I was sitting. She just finished doing 2 dances, and he didn't like it and made her get back up on stage halfway through my song and yada, yada, yada. And anyway, he gave it 1 star, and he says, this place sucks. Put a damper on my whole night. So basically, he was in the middle of a lap dance, and the bouncer took her away.
Oh, would I be hanging with that guy?
Well, or like, do you agree with that review? That is kind of like, I would be mad at that.
I would be mad at that, but I would just make sure like that didn't happen. Like come on, like let's get serious here. Like a bouncer comes in and it's like what? Okay, we gotta get off of this, man. We gotta go, brother. We gotta go. Okay, give me another one.
All right.
Would I be happy with that? No, of course not. Like,
yeah. Tell me if you agree with these reviews. You don't have to say if you go with them. Just tell me if you agree with them from your experience there.
Oh, absolutely not. But I haven't been.
This guy's you.
I haven't been there in many, many years, right? So it's like I'm sure it's drastically different now.
Yeah. Well, this guy. This is us. This is from Nick. He gave it a 5-star review.
Okay,
Zanzibar. He said I went in 45 minutes before closing, half in the bag. amazing time dancing with 2 beautiful women. Bit on the expensive side, but as long as you know what you're getting into before you go in the room, you can have a great time, and that's exactly what I did. I mean, that sums it up.
What's that guy's name?
Nick.
Okay, Nick. I was about to throw out a last name of someone named Nick that we know, but I don't think it is. But
No, it's not him.
Anyway, yeah, I love that review. I want to go hang out with that guy. 100%. Yes.
There you go.
100% yes on that. 100%.
Okay, I went off Google and went on a different. Okay, I'll just read this last one.
Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
This is dirty. I don't even know if I should read this.
No,
but
come on, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Love it.
Okay, this is from Roy.
Oh, what?
He gave 5 stars.
Last name? Last name?
No, it doesn't have a last name.
No, like
no. His name's Roy.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he gave 5 stars, and then he put he gave 5 stars, and then he put star emojis. He said this: "Where to begin? Mm-hmm. My experience was amazing. Mm-hmm. The dancer not only made sure I had amazing time.
Go ahead, come on, man.
But pulled on my nipple until I came.
Oh. Pulled on his nipple until he came?
I'm sorry, I had to read that.
Okay, no, like I don't want to hang out with that guy. I've never in my entire life had an experience where someone tugged on my nips to the point where I came. Not possible. Not possible.
Why would you go on to the review site and write?
Right.
But anyway,
hang on. But I will tell you something quickly before we go here.
Yeah.
Anybody from the GTA or specifically Toronto downtown area, maybe Queen East is what we might be talking about here. There used to be an incredible peelers down on Queen East called Jilly's. And this place was wild, man. Like
you could say wild, yeah. That would be one way to sum it up.
This place was wild. Like I remember getting in there when I literally was probably 15 or 16 years old, getting lappies from
they didn't even check ID.
They
were just like, how old are you? And you're like 19. They're like, all right, go on in.
I can't even believe I'm saying this. My family listens to this show.
Sorry, we went down to Zanzibar.
Let's wrap this.
Anyway, sorry for getting way off topic. For anyone that's still listening, we have a game Sunday night. The Leafs and Panthers are going at it for Game 7 on Sunday night. But hey, that kind of talk is what makes us the Tip in Maple Leafs podcast. And you can follow us on social media at the Tip in Maple Leafs podcast. You can email us tipinpodcast@gmail.com. If you're watching on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment below. Maybe you have an experience with the Zanzibar. You'd like to leave that comment below. And until next time, I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
And we will.
Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Go Leafs, go. One more win away from the Eastern Conference Final. Let's get it, boys. We'll catch you later.
You're listening to the Tip in Maple Leafs podcast with your hosts, Chad and Dave.